Hello and welcome everyone for this lesson, third secondary stage, the second semester, and the title of the lesson is Unit 3 Writing. The name of the course is Traveller 6. The lesson is prepared by Noura Sifyani and presented by Faisal Ash-Shahri. Our objectives for this lesson are two. So, the main idea of the lesson is writing, and that's why is the first objective to write a letter of application, and the second one to use inappropriate phrases in writing an essay. Alright, so we need to focus on two things on writing, especially on applications, and the second one also writing an essay. Alright, so this is the main idea of the lesson. Write application and how to write in the right way. Welcome Hassa. Welcome to this class. So our lesson for today is mainly focused on writing. And the question for you now, have you ever written any kind of letter of application? If yes, what for? Have you ever written any kind of letter of application? If yes, what for? And also you can guess the meaning of application from jobs, for example, as an example. Any kind of application. Alright, no. The question for you now, what do you think the meaning of letter of application? What do you think the meaning of letter of application? It's talking about, of course, writing. Well done. It's like a message. Great. Well done, Hassa. Okay, let's see then what is the meaning of letter of application. A letter of application, usually in the employment applications, we call it sometimes resumes. We call it sometimes, as in short, as a CVs. All right. We need to know the structure of this application. We start with the greeting and then move to the opening paragraph and then go deeply to the main part of the application and then closing paragraph and signing off. What do you think those are points related to? Is it related to reading or speaking or listening? Okay, and reading. Because we are talking about an application and how to write an application. So we should focus on, well done, excellent, on writing. Well done, Hassa. So grading, we have two types of grading. We have formal way and we have informal way of greeting. Hassa, can you give me an example of formal way of a greeting when you want to start, let's say, an application or email or even letter? What is the formal greeting? Can you give me an example? well done. Dear, you can say also madam, well done, excellent. This is formal, all right? What about informal? If you want, let's say, you want to send to your classmate or even your friend, how to grade them in informal way, not formal way. You can start your letter by, for example, hi, right? Rating. All right. Well done, Hassa. So we usually in the applications or letter of application start with the grading, and as you said, we use the formal way of greeting. Let's say, dear madam. It depends on the who you are going to send, and then we go to the opening paragraph. And the what's the meaning of opening paragraph? Use set phrases to state what you are applying for, and also say where you saw the relevant notice or even advertisement. Okay, this is opening paragraph, usually a general idea, the same process in the writing even essays. All right, in the main part of writing application, mention your age, and don't forget to describe any relevant qualifications, qualities, experience. Also, give information about your present situation. Are you still a student, for example, or you finished your secondary or even your bachelor's degree? And if you have any work experience, you can add. Of course, you need to state any relevant interest or hobbies. In the closing paragraph, explain why you think your application should be taken into consideration. All right, and then ask for any additional information you require. Also, if relevant, mention that you enclose a CV, or if we call it reference. At the end, use a formal signature ending. And this is, for example, how to write the application letter, or even sometimes we call it resumes. Okay, any questions now? Do you have any question? Well done. Now, that was, let's say theoretical part, and now we need to practice. We need to understand what we should write in the first and the second and the third paragraphs. All right, so in the first paragraph, we have three main points. Mention where you saw the announcement for the opportunity of a volunteer, let's say a job, scholarship, etc. And write 2 to 3 sentences outlining your experience in the field of your interest. And the third point you need to put in consideration, let the hiring party know that you are willing and able to work toward the organization's goal. All right, those are the main points in the first paragraph of your application. And here is the example how to, let's say, write where you saw the advertisement, and also writing 2 or 3 sentences outlining your experience. And the third main idea is let the hiring party that you're willing to work for the organization's goal. All right, now I will read an example for you so you can understand the whole idea for the first paragraph. I found the assistant program and the event services volunteer position as a result of my obsessive browsing of the Toronto International Film Festival Careers website, and I am very excited to submit my application. I believe that my skills and experience paired with my knowledge of the industry will make me an ideal candidate for this position. Now, Hissa, can you match the sentence with the main ideas? Can you notice there is match between the main idea, let's say, how to let the hiring part, you know, that you are willing to and able to work towards organization goal? Oh, excellent. That's great. Well done. So, for example, the last sentence, I believe that my skills and experience paired with my knowledge of the industry will make an ideal candidate. Well done. Excellent. That sounds great. This is for number 3. Well done, Hassa. So let's move to the second paragraph and what we should write in the second paragraph. Now, in the second paragraph, you need to discuss your employment and volunteer history and talk about how the experience it is relevant to the position. All right, and also you need to name any skill you possess that will be useful or relevant for this position, and talk about why those skills will be useful. The third part you need to put in consideration, include any major issues or problems you were successfully able to identify and solve at your current or former jobs. All right, I'm going to read for you, Hassa, and then we need to match as we done in the previous slide. The majority of my experience in customer service, sales, finance, and administration, having worn many hats during my 6-year employment with a Roger Wireless, I can confidently say that my organizational and communicative skills are executive. Okay? So we need to match now. Where is number 1? Your employment and volunteer history. For example, the majority of my experience is in customer service, sales, finance, and administration. Well done. We can say first sentence because it's one paragraph. Okay, so you can, as you can see, customer service, sales, finance, this is employment and voluntary history. All right, and then we move to the second sentence and the third sentence. We can match the ideas with the whole idea in the paragraph. All right, any questions up to now? Great. Now, in the third paragraph, you need to let the hiring party know when you are available to volunteer, and also ask the hiring party for the opportunity to meet in person to discuss the position further, and let him or her know when you will be available for an interview. Okay, so you need to know or you need to tell them when you are going to be available to volunteer. All right, and also you need to ask them to meet in person to discuss position further, and let him or even her know when you will be available for the interview. So I'm going to read, and as the previous 2 slides, we need to match. I am available all day Sunday, Monday and Wednesday, and after 6 p.m. every other day. If you have any further questions, please do not hesitate to contact me by phone or email. Well done, Hassa. So you can identify now easily. The first sentence goes directly to the number 1. Great. And the conditional sentence, the last one. If you have any further questions, please do not hesitate to contact me by phone or even email. You need to let them know when you are going to be available. So you can now understand the whole idea. We are talking about three different parts of the paragraphs, what we should write in the first paragraph, and then what we should write in the second one, and in the third one as well. All right? Well done. Great. Now we come to evaluation, and you have seen this advertisement and have decided to apply as a volunteer. Write your letter of application. Okay, so you can see now volunteers needed. Do you have some free time during the summer? Would you like to help give something back to the community? Volunteers are needed to work as assistant to instructors at Wilton Community Center. Volunteers must like working with people and be able to work in a team. Be skilled in one of the following areas: art, sports, computer technology. Be at least 16 years old. Send application to John White, and this is the address you're going to be sent. So what is this, Hassa? Is it questions? Is it poster, let's say, or what? You are right, asking for volunteers. Well done. Excellent. Now, this is the, if you can remember, Hassa, the three paragraphs, the first one and the second one and the third one. So I need to ask you, what do we call the first sentence? This one. Well done. Excellent. Greeting. And the second one, this sentence that ends with the word capacity. From I am interested in the opportunity to volunteer with Walton Community Center. So can you remember, Hassa, what is the name of this part of the application? Okay, we call this opening paragraph, and then we go to the main parts, and then we go to the closing paragraph, and then the signature. You can write even your name or formal way of signature. All right. So this is how to write an application. And I'm going to read it for you now quickly. So just follow with me. Dear Mr. Joe White, I'm interested in the opportunity to work to volunteer with the Wilton Community Center. I have experience working with people and would like to continue to do so in volunteer capacity. I volunteered as a coach in the Champlain School and enjoy being able to help teenagers learn during their first experience in a classroom. In this position, I assist with the school's projects. For the past several winters, I volunteered with the children on the slopes of local ski resort, assisting coaches with teaching basic skiing to $2 a elementary school aged children. If Wilton Community Center has a need for a dedicated volunteer, I would be thrilled to have an opportunity to assist. My schedule is flexible and I am available evening, a week, and hours as well as during the day. Sincerely, and you can write your name. All right. So this is the summary of our lesson for today. opening paragraph. If you can remember, we mentioned we were so punishment or even the opportunity, and then move to the main parts and then the closing paragraph. Keep in mind that once you write an application letter, those important and crucial steps. Okay, so this is the references of